There's 3 stages of labor. So the first stage of labor ends up lasting the longest, and that usually is when the cervix is thinning out and dilating. So thinning out meaning the effacement goes from like really thick to really thin, and the goal is being 100% effaced, and then or thin like a piece of paper. And the cervix dilating goes from closed cervix all the way open to a 10 centimeters in diameter. So that's like the hardest part, the biggest journey. Sometimes it can be like 6 hours or less. Sometimes it can last like more than 24 hours. It kind of just depends on the number of baby this is for you, or if it's your first time. So usually first time moms tend to last like super long. And that first stage of labor, I'll talk more about that in a bit, but usually just tends to take the longest. And what that does is that whole stage lasts all the way up until it's time to start pushing baby out. That second stage of labor, or another word for it would be like the pushing and the birth stage, that actually can last, up to like 3 hours. Kind of just depends on how strong the mom is with her pushing abilities and her strength, and how much rested she get in between up until that point, to gain enough strength during that labor phase of pushing. And then also it kind of just depends on the size of the baby. There's just so many factors that that go into how long each of these stages lasts. But then the third stage of labor is after the baby's out, and then just the waiting for that placenta to kind of detach itself from the inside of the uterus and to be passed through the vagina. So those are the 3 stages of labor.